once it is visible.
It's visible.
Yeah. Okay. So last week when one of our student got a job offer, so he was having only 2 years of experience. So he got the calls in Naukri itself and he got the job. So near to 6+ package he got. Okay. So even though in this dry period, how he got, because his hard work, he's continuously updating the Naukri and applying for all the jobs. So one or two opportunities will be there in the dry period. That also he captured. Correct? And he is doing very hard work. He will come in the morning classes. After that, he'll sit and practice. After he will go and take a break and come again and then sit again and sit up to the evening. Up to 6:30, he'll sit continuously, practice, and whatever question you ask, he will answer. And not only question and answers, he is practicing up. See, the course is just finished. Before finished, he got the job. After that, course got finished. Now he is good. So he got the job, he is going to office. So how he is getting that confidence means because he is practicing. So he know everything. If they are asking anything, they can answer. So that confidence make you so very confident to go to the office and work environment. Okay. So just practice every day. Okay. So how practice? It should be not always practice or means practical sit and work. You should question and answers also. Raise yourself. If you have friends, just ask them some questions. Ask them to ask you some questions and answer. Or sit in front of mirror and answer. Or record yourself. We have all smartphones, right? Record answer whatever you are saying and then listen whether I said correctly or not. You only correct yourself. Okay? Half day you can practice, half day you can just do like that. It will helpful for you to get the job and for surviving also. Clear, ma? Any questions? Online, any questions?
No.
Okay, then we'll come to the subject part. So where we are in the last class?
Classical reporting is completed.
Classical report events got completed. After that, what we have? Moderation technique also I shown, right? Yeah. So then we have the interactive report. What is meant by interaction? In general life also you can take. So if you are going to a web page, you are clicking on something, it is navigating to some other link, right? Your interaction is happening. For that action is happening and that's showing some more page or some other action, correct? When you are filling online application, fill everything and click on submit button. It's going to save into the database. Means your action is there. You are the user there, correct? You are clicking on some link, it is opening some other. That is live interaction. When you click on some button, then doing some action. That is called button interaction. Here also, in this reports also, we have two types of interactions. One is line interaction and button interaction. What is meant by interactive report? Means user is going to interact on the line or on the button. Based on the interaction, you are going to do some other action. That is called interactive report. Okay, your interaction, you are doing some action on that interaction. Clear? If they are clicking on that, వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా క్లిక్ చేస్తున్నారు, అది లైన్ అవ్వచ్చు బటన్ అవ్వచ్చు. అప్పుడు మీరు ఇంకొక యాక్షన్ చేసి అంటే ఇంకేదో చూపిస్తున్నారు, ఒక వన్ మోర్ లిస్ట్ చూపిస్తున్నారో లేదంటే సేవ్ చేస్తున్నారో లేదు డిలీట్ చేస్తున్నారో ఇంకేదన్నా సంథింగ్ యాక్షన్ ఇస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఇంటరాక్టివ్ రిపోర్ట్. In that we have two interactions. One is line interaction and button interaction. Both comes under interactive report only, but why we are splitting separately means for easy for understanding. If it is line, how to write the code. If it is button, how to write the code. But together we can write the code, yes. When they select on the line, do some. When they click on button, both. You can write under one report also. When they are asking in the interview, line interaction, button interaction, both terms are interactive only. They said interactive means you have to say both. Clear? But for our easy understanding, we are splitting into two. Okay, ma? Line interaction కానీ బటన్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ కానీ రెండు కూడా ఇంటరాక్టివ్ రిపోర్ట్ కిందనే వస్తాయి. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఇంటరాక్టివ్ రిపోర్ట్ అంటే రెండు చెప్పాల్సిందే. తర్వాత ఎందుకు సెపరేట్ గా నేర్చుకుంటున్నా అంటే ఈజీగా అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి. That's it. Okay. So in that line interaction and button interaction, for example, I have a sales related information. Thing that my selection screen is that I'm just displaying all my sales related information in this list. This is class report that we already understood. Now there is some customers are there in this list. When the user is selecting on some customer, you have thousands of customers in your report. Okay, you are selecting on any customer randomly. Then that customer related bank information it is showing in one more list. Means one more display with all the customers and their bank details and all. Okay. In that list, when you click on the bank name or something, it is going to display all the bank related information. Means the bank is available, where and all it is available, what are all the branches with IFSC codes, everything in detail it is showing in one more list. That is called bank information. Like this, how many interactions we can write? Up to 20 interactions we can write. This is the basic list we call, that is called classical report. After that, whenever you are selecting, then it's going to generate secondary first list, secondary second list, like that. How many lists we can create? 20 lists. 20 list plus one basic list. Basic means which is classical report. Total 21 lists can be displayed in a report. Okay. ఒక్క రిపోర్ట్ లో ఎన్ని డిస్ప్లే చేయొచ్చు? 21. క్లాసికల్ రిపోర్ట్ ని బేసిక్ లిస్ట్ అంటారు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు వచ్చే లిస్ట్ అన్ని ఏమంటారు? సెకండరీ ఫస్ట్ లిస్ట్, సెకండరీ సెకండ్ లిస్ట్, సెకండరీ థర్డ్ లిస్ట్, లైక్ దట్ 20 లిస్ట్ వరకు మనం డిస్ప్లే చేయొచ్చు. క్లియరా? ఓకే. సో ఏ కస్టమర్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు? ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? కరెక్ట్. థౌసండ్స్ ఆఫ్ కస్టమర్స్ ఉన్నారు. నాకు సో కస్టమర్ నెంబర్ వస్తే నేను ఐ పాస్ ఇట్. But there are thousands of customers are there. How I know which customer the user is got selected? Means we are going to capture that values dynamically by seeing this SYLISL hide keyword get cursor. By these three options we get to know. Okay, this customer they selected. Okay, and you are selecting on bank info. So how you know which bank is selected? Again the same. But when you are writing the code, pass this customer and get the details and display. Pass this bank and display. How you know where to display? Means by seeing this SYLSIND system variable, means which says list index number. Basic list 0 it stores, secondary list 1 it stores, secondary second list 2 it stores. So that when you are writing, this is for first list. SYLSIND 3, this is for secondary third list. LSIND 20, this is for secondary 20th list. Like that, by seeing that SYLSIND, you get to know which index it is, means list index it is. And then these are the three to capture the values dynamically so that you can pass that to the select statements and get the data and display the data. And then, okay, up to here classical report events we discussed. Then what about the interactive report events? We have events, yes. What is that? Whenever you are selecting on a line, at line selection is the event which is going to trigger. And we have top of page to show the headings of the classical report. Same like that, we have top of page during line selection, that is used for heading for all the second list. Okay. These are the two events are available, and these are the things. By using this, we are going to write the line interactive report. Okay, ma? So what is that? ఏం చెప్తున్నాను, లైన్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ అంటే ఒక లైన్ మీద సెలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ డిస్ప్లే చేయడాన్ని లైన్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ అంటున్నాను. సో దాంట్లో ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది మనకి ఏ లిస్ట్ అనేది అంటే SYLSI అండి ఇస్ ద సిస్టమ్ వేరియబుల్. దాంట్లో ఏం స్టోర్ అవుతుంది, నువ్వు ఏ లిస్ట్ అయితే చూపించబోతున్నావో అది డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. బేసిక్ లిస్ట్ అయితే 0, సెకండరీ ఫస్ట్ లిస్ట్ అయితే 1, సెకండరీ సెకండ్ లిస్ట్ 2, అలా సో ఏ లిస్ట్ అయితే నువ్వు చూపిస్తున్నావో ఆ నంబర్ అనేది SYLSINDలో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. సో నాకు తెలుస్తుంది, ఓకే ఫస్ట్ లిస్ట్ అయితే ఇది రాయ్ కోడ్, సెకండ్ లిస్ట్ అయితే ఇది రాయ్ కోడ్, అట్లా రాసుకోవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్, వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా డైనమిక్ గా సెలెక్ట్ చేసిన వాల్యూస్ క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకుంటే ఫర్దర్ గా నేను డేటాను డిస్ప్లే చేయగలుగుతాను. ఎలా క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకోవాలి డైనమిక్ గా అనడానికి వి హ్యావ్ 3 ways: SYLISL, హైడ్, గెట్ కర్సర్. ఆ 3 ఆప్షన్స్ యూజ్ చేసి వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా సెలెక్ట్ చేయని ఆ వాల్యూని మనం క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు డైనమిక్ గా. సో వచ్చేసింది, వాల్యూ వచ్చేసింది, ఏ లిస్ట్ అనేది తెలిసిపోయింది, ఎక్కడ రాయాలనేది తెలిసిపోయింది. బట్ ఏమైనా ఈవెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? అప్ టు నో క్లాసికల్ రిపోర్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ అన్ని నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా, అలాగే ఉన్నాయా అంటే ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈవెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నువ్వు లైన్ మీద సెలెక్ట్ చేయగానే ఏ ఈవెంట్ ట్రిగర్ అవుతుందంటే అట్ లైన్ సెలెక్షన్ అనే ఈవెంట్ ట్రిగర్ అవుతుంది. సో టాప్ ఆఫ్ పేజ్ అనేది నార్మల్ గా మనం క్లాసికల్ రిపోర్ట్ లో హెడ్డింగ్స్ కోసం యూజ్ చేసాం. సేమ్ అలాగే సెకండరీ లిస్ట్ నుంచి ఏదైనా హెడ్డింగ్స్ కావాలి అంటే టాప్ ఆఫ్ పేజ్ డ్యూరింగ్ లైన్ సెలెక్షన్ అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తాం. క్లియరా? ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్లైన్? ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
No.
Okay, then we are going to see that this is not theoretically what I given. So this is the FS. Normally it will be in the word format ma. After that I'll just design like this flow diagram and then I can start writing the code. I'm not having that handy here. You can just take this picture and you can see it and you can write. Okay. So what is that? My selection screen required customer, range of customer. And then we are passing that customer to VBAK ERNum field, okay, and get all this information. Then pass this VBLN to VBAP and get all this information. Combine these two tables and display these fields information in the output. When they are selecting the material, any material they can select. At that time, pick that material, pass to Mara, MATNR, and then Mara to MAKT, and Mara to Marcy table. Combine all these 3 tables and display these details in the output. When they select on the works means plant. Okay. When they select on the works, then pass that to T001 W table and then pass that LFA1. Here LIFNR is the common field. And then combine these 2 tables and display these fields. So this is the FS actually, which I already turned into the flow diagram. Okay. So now what we need to do? First we need to write the selection screen and the basic list. This is classical report, you know already, correct? After finishing that, we are going to start the interactive. Can we start that? Online, any questions?
No.
Okay, then I'm just starting that report. See, I have already the report. Example in the down only, in the document only. I can copy paste. Okay. Why I'm typing again? Why I'm wasting the time here again and again? Why? Because when I'm just typing, you people will understood at least. Oh, okay, here they're doing, again. When you are seeing that, when you remember that syntaxes, how to do that. So you will follow. That's the reason I'm typing. Otherwise my time will be, so half of the time will be reduced if I'm not typing that. If I'm just copy pasting and debugging mode, I can show. Easy, 5 minutes. I can cover 3 examples instead of 1 example. Okay. But still why I'm just typing? Because so you're going to write like this. At the time when I'm writing, at least see and observe. That's the reason I'm just typing again. Clear, ma? This one only, right? Report, huh? Okay, fine. So whenever you are writing, just follow that structure so that it will be easy for you to write the code. Okay. Then what is that? In that local structure. Then local table types. Don't forget. Okay. Internal table. Then work areas. Then variables. Then constants. Then selection screen. If you don't have that, you won't be filling that. That's it. But structure is there, it is not going to harm anything. This is get code only, commented code only, right? So selection screen after that, get data, processing, how you will get? Processing logic. So of course, don't worry. So whether correct or not, if you start saying that, you are going to get to know. Instead of keeping quiet, start some answer, whether it is wrong or right. Now you feel, oh, wrong. Okay, next time you will correct it. Okay, good. Next, what we need to do? So we don't know what to declare. Based on the program, we are going to do start declarations. So what we will do, we will just write start with the selection screen. What I required in the selection screen? Customer range. Customer, you are passing to VBAK yarnum. So what we need to do? We need to refer this also with the VBAK yarnum field. Correct? So I am just going to write select options S underscore yarnum for ZB underscore yarnum. And then declare the variable data ZB underscore yarnum type VBAK hyphen yarnum. Done. So this is about my selection screen, which is done. Execute, I got it. Next, what is required?
Selection statements.
Select statements. For that, what is the events? Up to now, we don't know events, so we are not writing any event. But now we know the events, right? What is the mandatory event?
Start of selection.
Yeah, at selection screen and all optional. If they are asking validate the data or something, then you will do. Give the default values means you will use initialization. Validate the data means at selection screen or at selection screen output you will on field you will use. If they are asking dynamic selection screen, you will use output. If they want F4 help, then you will go for value request. If they want documentation help, you will go for help request. But those are all optional based on the whether you required or not. Based on that you will write. But what is mandatory event? Start of selection. Where to write? Where your program is starting. Where my program is starting? Get data is the my starting of the program here. Start of selection. This is mandatory. Remaining all are optional. If you want, use it. Otherwise, leave it. Yeah. Okay, I am going to write select statement to get the VBAK fields. VBLN, ERDAT, ERNUM and UERT. I know, daily I am writing. Otherwise, you can open the table, check the fields, write in the same sequence. VBLN, ERDAT, ERNUM and then UERT from VBAK into table ZD VBAK where ERNUM ERNUM. Okay, if SY sub RC equal to 0 and okay, how to declare my internal table? I want few fields of a table. How to declare my internal table?
By using structure.
Local structure we need to refer. Okay, how to declare? మీరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్తున్నారు ధైర్యంగా చెప్పండి అంతే కదా Okay, na? So local structure with types keyword. Begin of ty underscore vbak, vbln type, vbak hyphen, vbln, yeah, dat type vbak hyphen, erdat, end of ty underscore vbak. Then what we need to do? We need to declare the internal table. So data vbak type table of ty underscore vbak. So done. So my select statement is done. After that, what I need to pass that vbln to vbap and get vosnr, matnr, zmeng. I know this table also, so I am writing in between if and if of vbak. Select vbln, vosnr, matnr, and zmeng from vbap table into table zt vbap for all entries in. Yes, there what is the common field? ZTVBAK hyphen VBLN. Is there any extra condition to pass? No. So I am just stopping here. SY sub RC equal to 0 and different. Then what I need to do? I need to declare ZTVBAP also. So how to declare? With few fields again. Few fields means again we need to declare structure. Why when I am double clicking it is not taking you to the up? Because the code is not activated. That's the reason. If it is activated, then it will double click ZTVBAK, it will go to the declarations. ty underscore VBAP, VBLN type VBAP hyphen VBLN, VOSNR type VBAP hyphen VOSNR, MATNR type VBAP hyphen MATNR, ZMENG type VBAP hyphen ZMENG, end of ty underscore VBAP. Internal table also need to declare. ZT VBAP type table of ty underscore VBAP. Done. Activated. So this is first two tables I got it. Then what I need to do? Display. For displaying two tables, can I display?
We have to declare the combined display.
Yeah, you need to display only one internal table in the display logic. To get one internal table, the two internal tables you need to combine and keep it into one. So for that we have to write processing logic. First we need that, right? Final internal table, that I am going to declare it first. How to declare? You can see, double click on that, it is already active, it is taking you to the declaration. Now what and all fields you want in the output, declare it first. Begin of ty underscore final or output, whatever it is. What I want, VBLN, ERDT, ERNAM, AART, VOSN or ABAP. Every field instead of repeating the VBLN, that's it. So copy these fields. And then
VBAP 2.0.
yeah, instead VBLN 2 times is not required, remaining fields are required, so I am just copying that. Okay, end of ty underscore final. My structure is ready. Now I need to declare my internal table. ZT final type table of ty underscore final. Why you written for two tables for all entries, ma'am? You can write joins, correct? Directly I will get into one table, directly I can display. Simple. Yes, of course. In the real time, if you get two tables, definitely you can get it. Write like that. If you are getting three tables also, you can write like that. But here, why I am writing for all entries? Nowhere you are going to get two tables or three tables. Even interactive report also, you are going to get multiple tables data then display. Then when you are interacting also get the data from 5 or 7 tables and display. That type of only will come. That's the reason always I'm showing the example with the for all entries. So that now 2 tables I'm just doing, you will do it for 5 or 7 tables. Clear? Otherwise you can go, if it is really in the real time 2 tables to combine and get the data, use joins. Get it into one final internal table directly and display. That kind of requirement very rare to get. Okay. So that's the reason most of the cases you will have more than 2 tables or 3 tables. That's the reason I'm just showing the for all entries example. Clear ma? Real time లో ఎక్కడ కూడా మీకు 2 tables నుంచి 3 tables నుంచి డేటా నుంచి చూపించమని చెప్పడం చాలా తక్కువ. ఓకే, ఇంటరాక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను ఒక 5-6 టేబుల్స్ నుంచి తెచ్చి చూపించమని చెప్పడమే ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అందుకే ఇలా చూపిస్తున్నాను. దెన్ హౌ టు రైట్ ద ప్రాసెసింగ్ లాజిక్, బికాస్ ఇక్కడ నేను జాయిన్స్ చూపించడం ఈజీ. ఒక సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్, ఒక ఫైనల్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ డిస్ప్లే అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ 7 టేబుల్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు నువ్వు జాయిన్స్ రాలేవు. అప్పుడు ఏం రాయాలి? ఫర్ ఆల్ ఎంట్రీస్. అప్పుడు ఎలా రాయాలి కోడ్? రాయలేం కదా, కరెక్ట్? అందుకోసమే ఇక్కడ వచ్చే 2 టేబుల్స్ కూడా మనం ఫర్ ఆల్ ఎంట్రీస్ యూజ్ చేసి చూపిస్తున్నాము. క్లియర్ కదా? ఎప్పుడు మన మైండ్ లో మనకు అర్థం కావాలి ఎప్పుడు వాడాలి, ఎప్పుడు జాయిన్స్ వాడాలి, ఎప్పుడు ఫర్ ఆల్ ఎంట్రీస్ వాడాలి. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఎంత అర్థం చేసుకుంటారో నెక్స్ట్ సీరియస్ వ్యూస్ అని వస్తాయి. ఎప్పుడు సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ రాయాలి, ఎప్పుడు సీరియస్ వ్యూస్ రాయాలి అనేది ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ కాంబినేషన్ ఇది అర్థం చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తే నెక్స్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్, అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ కూడా ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతాయి. ఓకేనా? Okay, loop the item table. We know already. What is the item table? Here VBAP. VBAP is the item table. Into GS VBAP. Okay. Then what I need to do? Move. Individual move. I can use GS VBAP hyphen VBLN2. Okay, GS final VBLN. So this is already. Okay. Instead of move also we can use equal to also. Equal to means always right to left assignment. Where my data is there in GS VBAP. Where I am coming into final. So first write GS final hyphen POSNR equal to GS VBAP hyphen POSNR. Clear? Move అన్నప్పుడు లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్, ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి. ఈక్వల్ టు అన్నప్పుడు రైట్ టు లెఫ్ట్, ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి. క్లియరా? చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఉంది నా డేటా, దీనికి ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ చేస్తున్నా. ఈక్వల్ టు అన్నప్పుడు రైట్ టు లెఫ్ట్, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఉన్న డేటా ఇవ్వాలి, ఇక్కడ కాపీ చేసుకోవాల్సిన ఫీల్డ్ ఇవ్వాలి. క్లియరా? బోత్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఐ కవర్డ్. ఎందుకంటే కొందరు ఇలా కూడా రాసి ఉంటారు, అప్పుడు అర్థం అవ్వాలి కదా మీకు. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఈక్వల్ అన్నప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు కూడా రైట్ టు లెఫ్ట్, మూవ్ అన్నప్పుడు లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్, అంతే. రీడ్ టేబుల్ GTVBAK into GSVBAK with key VBLN equal to GSVBAP hyphen VBLN. What I am going to use for faster binary search. If SY sub RC equal to 0 and A. Now what I need to do? Move GS VBAK hyphen VBLN already taken. ERDAT to GS final ERDAT. Move GS VBAK ER num to GS final ER num. Move GS VBAK AURT to GS final AURT. So then what we need to do inside the loop, you have to append it. Append GS final to GT final. Clear? GS VBAK, GS VBAP and GS final. That. Okay, I need to declare this, right? Before going to that, I need to sort the data because I used binary search. It's ED by VBLN is the field which used in the with key condition. And I need to declare all these work areas. So declare here data GS VBAK type TY underscore VBAK GS VBAP type TY underscore VBAP GS final type TY underscore final. Clear? So whenever I require, I'll go and declare. I'm not going to declare unnecessarily. Done. So this is my processing logic finally done. I'm going to display. How to display ma?
Look at
GT final into GS final. Then write statement. Write keyword to display. GS final hyphen VBLN. GS final hyphen ERDAT. GS final hyphen ERNUM. GS final hyphen AURT. Then GS final hyphen USNR. Correct? SNR. Okay. GS final hyphen MATNR. GS final hyphen ZMENG. Here GS final. Done. So this is also done. For the headings, what I need to use? What is the event for headings?
Top of page.
Yes, very good. Top of page is the heading. Always you need to write after display logic. Write what is that? First one SO number, then date, then ERNUM means name, then AURT means SO type, sales order type, and then we have POSNR means item number, and then material number, and then ZMENG means quantity. So these are the fields I am just taken in the above. Just write the description. If you don't know, open the table field and see the description and write up. Done. So this is sales report which is already rewritten. Same here also I am just writing. You can see that classical report. But here I am not using all the events because those are all optional. Whatever I require, I am just going to do that only. You can adjust these headings and all by using position and widthing concept you know already. And you can see when you go to the page down, it will show the heading for all the pages. Okay. Why it is coming like this? Very good. We given line count for the footer, right? That's the reason it is coming. But I don't want this report. What you can do? Yes, very good. In the report statement, whatever you given in the line count, you can comment it out. Now you won't get that. Because before I have the footer, so I just reserve the space for the footer. Now I can fill CUR or something, then run it. I got the output. You can just go to the page down. It is having that much only and it is not having any page breaks now. Because footer's line count I commented. Clear? So this is my classical report. You know already you saw this kind of report. Now what I want, when I'm selecting on some material, either in this page or last page or the starting page, wherever it is, I'm selecting on a material, then it should pass that to Mara Marcy MKT tables and get the data and display one more list like this. That is my line interaction. This is classical report. We know already. Okay. Can we start that interactive? Online? Can we start that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the event which will trigger when you are selecting on a line? At line selection. Okay. So that is the event is going to trigger. At line selection will trigger. Under that, I just want two interactive list. You can see two secondary lists. Secondary first list I want, secondary second list I want. So two lists I want. So what I am going to do is SYLSIND. When one means what is that? Secondary first list. Okay. When two means secondary second list. Okay. So then end case. Only two lists only here they given. So I am just writing when one, when two. If they given four, when one, when two, when three, when four. Like that you will write. End case. So now I need to fill inside the code here. Now what I am going to do, first I will write for the secondary first list, then we will go for secondary second list. So how to go to the secondary first list here? Okay. In this also what you need to do, here there is no selection screen. We need to first dynamically capture the value, correct? So whatever user selecting, that value we need to capture. So dynamic value capture. Once you captured, what you are going to do? Again, pass that to the database tables and get data logic. Once you got that multiple tables, you are going to write the processing logic. Okay. Then finally, you are going to display the data. First, you are going to write the structure like this, so that easy. First, you need to dynamically capture. How to capture the value dynamically? I know that SYLISL is going to capture the value. How it is capturing, I am not sure. So what I'll do, I'll just use the write keyword, write SYLISL, just to see that in the debugging how it is. Okay, because I know that how it is capturing, what to do and all. You people don't know, right? So just I'm keeping like this, keep the breakpoint and I'll show how it is capturing. So I'll keep the breakpoint at here and I can keep the breakpoint at here. Remember that you can't keep the breakpoints for declarations, selection screen, events also. Before you don't know events, that's the reason I'm not mentioned. But you can't keep the breakpoint for events also. So these three you can't keep the breakpoints. For other statements, yes you can. Now we are just going to run the program. You can, without giving the selection screen value also you can run. You can see wherever you want. I'm just selecting on that P-109 material. Okay. See that? Sorry. SYLSAND, which one means it's going to the secondary first list. When one go inside that, what is that SYLSL? The entire line what you selected it is coming. It is not capturing only the value which is selecting. It is selecting that entire line. Entire that particular line. See P-109 I pressed. That entire line it got selected into SYLISL. If you observe here, this entire line whatever I selected, okay, in the table or that entire all the field values are kept. That particular line. But now what I want, I don't want everything, right? I want only the material. How can I split? Next SYLISL అదే దాంట్లోనే ఇంత వచ్చేసింది. హైడ్ గెట్ సార్, అవి నెక్స్ట్ ఆప్షన్స్. SYLSIND వచ్చి లిస్ట్ ఇండెక్స్ నెంబర్ అనేది ఏంటి, ఏ లిస్ట్ నువ్వు రాస్తున్నావు, ఫస్టా సెకండా అంటా, కరెక్టా? డైనమిక్ గా క్యాప్చర్ చేయడానికి SYLISL హైడ్ గెట్ సార్, అవి త్రీ కూడా సేమ్ క్యాప్చర్ చేయడానికి. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, ఇది నాకు మొత్తం వచ్చేస్తుంది, దీన్ని ఎలా యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి? నాకు మొత్తం లైన్ అప్పుడు నాకు కావాల్సింది ఓన్లీ material మాత్రమే. Then what to do? Can we use position and weighting concept here? Position and concept means count from here. I want from this position up to the material. Okay? I can start from that position up to the whatever the width of that. So how to do that? How to calculate that? If you want in the debugging mode, you can calculate like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like that. You can calculate. It is not the correct way to calculate. Then how to calculate that? What and all fields it's going to display? Whatever you given here. How to know this? What is the width of this? Open the table and see. VBAK table only I am showing at the first. What is the first field? VBLN, which is 10 length, and one space separator 11. 11 plus. So here it will show 10, but in the output length it will show as 10. So 11 plus 10.
21 plus 1.
One space 22. 22 after that 12. 22 plus 12.
34.
34. One space
35.
35. After that, we are going to VBAP. No, AURP is there, right? AURP length is 4. Sales document type. 34 plus 4?
35.
Okay, whatever it is. 49, 40. 40 plus what space? Along with the space, okay. Calculate however it is. So then, we are coming to VBAP table. Then POSNR length 6.
6 plus 1,
40?
6 plus 1.
47. Then MATNR will start. So, from where I need to start? 47. And how much length I want? 18. So, I am going to take that 47 to 18. Then I am going to get that actual value. So, how to do that? How to split it? Means, I am going to capture like this. LV MATNR equal to SY LI SEL. I don't want a tag plus in this field from where I want 47 and 18 characters is my material. Just get only that into my LVM material. Got it? Now I'll display the LVM material. So that you will know that whether I am just getting the correct value. But LVMAT and I am not declared the source data. LVMAT and not type VBAP hyphen MAT. Now you can see, activate it and then run it. You can run with CURA or without also you are going to get it. So I am just going to 3 pages down or somewhere and I am just selecting on a material like M-14. Like that. Anywhere you can select there again. So go to the desktop. SYLSIND is 1. Yes, it will go inside. Now when 1, it will go inside. And you can see SYLISEL is having entire line information. In that I am starting from 47 to 18 characters, exact my material is coming. That I am just taking into my LVMATNR. So I got the value. Got it? So like this, I am just going to get that entire value. I am going to use the position and widthing concept. And then I am going to capture. Understood, right? Initially we learned that position and widthing concept. Where to use? When you are displaying the data also you are using. Now you are capturing the value also you are using. Wherever like that, when you want the position and widthing concept use it and capture the values. So this is how we are going to capture the values dynamically. Clear, ma? This functionality, whatever I am written plus position and width, that is called ఆఫ్సెట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ. ఓకే, నాకు పేరు ఉంది ఏంటి, మనం పొజిషన్ బిల్డింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. నాకు ఎంటైర్ లైన్ ఉంది, దాంట్లో అంతా వద్దు, ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసి ఇన్ని క్యారెక్టర్స్ మాత్రమే తీసుకో అని చెప్పేసాం. దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, ఆఫ్సెట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ అంటారు. ఓకే, హౌ టు క్యాప్చర్ SYLSCL value, or in the interview they can ask, hey, how to capture the dynamic values SYLSCL, get cursor and type keyword. In SYLSCL, how you are going to capture the value? By using offset functionality. You're not going to say the entire syntax. I'm going to calculate the weight, the position, everything, and then write. Not like that. We are going to use offset functionality so that we are going to capture the value. Clear? What is that offset functionality? You are going to say, start from this position, these many characters I want. Clear, Amma? సింపుల్ గా నాకు ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి, ఇన్ని క్యారెక్టర్స్ కావాలి అని చెప్పేస్తాం. దాన్నే ఆఫ్సెట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ అంటున్నాం. అది పొజిషన్ అండ్ విట్టింగ్ కాన్సెప్టే. మనం స్టార్టింగ్ రైట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ లోనే నేర్చుకున్నాం పొజిషన్ అండ్ విట్టింగ్. కరెక్టా? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ వరకు? ఓకే, సో టుమారోస్ క్లాస్ లో ఐ కంటిన్యూ విత్ ద పాసింగ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ దెన్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ లాజిక్ అండ్ దెన్ డిస్ప్లే లాజిక్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ నౌ యు నో దట్ మీ ట్రై చేయొచ్చు యాక్చువల్గా. కరెక్టా? డైనమిక్ గా వాల్యూ వచ్చేసింది, LVMAT అన్నా దేనికి పాస్ చేస్తావు? సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కి పాస్ చేస్తావు. సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వచ్చాక ఫర్ ఆల్ ఎంట్రీస్ రాసుకుంటాం. ప్రాసెసింగ్ లాజిక్ కంబైన్ ఆల్ దీస్ త్రీ ఇంటూ వన్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్. డిస్ప్లే లాజిక్ డిస్ప్లే రాస్తావు. అందుకే నేను ఇక్కడ ఇలా రాసాను. ఈజీ టు నో దట్. ఈ లాజిక్ అంతా మీకు తెలుసు. ట్రై చేస్తానంటే చేయండి. సేమ్ అగైన్ వెన్ టు అన్నప్పుడు కూడా ఏం చేస్తారు, వర్క్స్ మీద సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. అప్పుడు కూడా సేమ్ SYLSCL అంటే ఆ లైన్ మొత్తం వస్తుంది. ఆఫ్సెట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ యూజ్ చేసి ఒక వేరియబుల్ లో క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకుంటారు. దెన్ గెట్ డేటా, దెన్ ప్రాసెస్, దెన్ డిస్ప్లే. ఓకే, ట్రై ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ ఎండ్. స్టిల్ ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ ద టుమారో ఆల్సో. ఓకే, ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
SYLSCL అంటే
list dynamically to select the value.
SYLSCL అంటే మొత్తం డేటా మొత్తం
నువ్వు ఏదైతే సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావో ఆ లైన్ మొత్తం అక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ సెలెక్టెడ్ లైన్, ఎంటైర్ లైన్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టోర్ ఇన్ దట్. నువ్వు దాని మీదే సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలని ఏం లేదు. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ రన్నింగ్ దిస్. మెటీరియల్ అనే కాదు, ఏదైనా డేట్ మీద సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డేట్ మీద సెలెక్ట్, ఆ లైన్ మొత్తం వచ్చి ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది? SYLSCL లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. మొత్తం స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. దాంట్లో నేను క్లిక్ చేసుకుని నాకేం కావాలో అది మాత్రం తీసుకుంటాను. లేదా ఆన్లైన్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
మాస్టర్ రిపోర్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ ముందు మాస్టర్ రిపోర్ట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ రిలేటెడ్ ఫార్మ్ చెప్పాడు. అది
SBRAS
అది సెలక్షన్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ లో పాస్ చేయొచ్చు.
కరెక్ట్. అది ఉండదు. ఎందుకంటే అది మీ టేబుల్లో, ఎప్పుడైతే మీ టేబుల్లో SPRAS అనే ఫీల్డ్ కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ లో ఉంటే, ఇంకెక్కడైనా ఉంటే మనం పట్టించుకోం. కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ అంటే ప్రైమరీ కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఆ ప్రైమరీ కీ ఫీల్డ్స్ లో SPRAS అని ఉంటే అప్పుడు వేర్ కండిషన్ లో SPRAS ఈక్వల్ టు SYLang1 పాస్ చేస్తాం. అది ఎక్కడ FS లో ఎవరు ఇవ్వరు, ఈవెన్ ఫంక్షన్ కూడా ఇవ్వరు.
కోడ్ లో రాసాం కదా.
అవును, రాసు.
అంటే ఇచ్చిన డాక్యుమెంట్ లో కోడ్ లో లేదు.
అవునా? రాసి ఉందాము, అప్పుడు చూసి ఉందాం.
అదే ఏ కండిషన్ లోనే రాయాలి.
కొన్నిసార్లు గుర్తొస్తూ ఉంటాయి, ఇది చేయాలి అని చెప్పి చేసేస్తున్నాము. కొన్నిసార్లు గుర్తుండదు, చెప్పేసి వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటాం.
ఏ కండిషన్ లోనే
రాయాలి. ఓకే, ఎనీ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్లైన్?
No questions.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Have a good day. We'll meet tomorrow.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.